There comes a time in every relationship when one person reaches an inevitable moment of reckoning, a point at which they can no longer evade the raw, undeniable emotions that surge within them. In your story, this moment has arrived. The person in question has finally confronted the reality that no matter how much they try to escape or distract themselves, the emotions they harbor for you remain inescapable. They have come to see that no distance, no lapse in time, and no new distraction can ever truly fill the deep void left behind by the love they feel for you. For a long while, perhaps even unconsciously, they attempted to bury or deny these powerful emotions. They may have believed that by pushing you away, they could silence the overwhelming affection that tugged persistently at their heart. However, this love, so profound, so deeply rooted, is not something that can be easily suppressed or forgotten. Its presence is both undeniable and unyielding. Now, they are haunted by regret and overwhelmed by sorrow, realizing too late that their actions have not only hurt you but have also inflicted deep emotional wounds upon themselves. The gravity of having driven you away has become a heavy burden, and they are starting to grasp the full weight of the consequences stemming from their immature choices. They recognize, with painful clarity, that you deserve more than a partner who vacillates between uncertainty and fleeting moments of affection. You deserve a steadfast companion, a partner who can offer stability, unwavering clarity, and the promise of building a secure and joyful future together. This new awareness only amplifies the intensity of their emotions. The more they understand what you truly deserve, the more they are overwhelmed by the realization of how far they have fallen short. It's as if every missed opportunity to show you the care and commitment you deserve has become an unhealed scar on their soul. Alongside this mounting regret is the slow-burning, insidious growth of insecurity. They have noticed a significant shift in your behavior, an evolution that is both admirable and unsettling. Where once you openly showered them with love and affection, there is now a noticeable distance. Your expressions of warmth have dwindled, leaving them feeling lost in the wake of your once constant presence. It seems as though you have redirected your energy, turning your focus inward toward your own personal growth and achievements. This change, while undoubtedly a sign of your strength and independence, sends a shiver of dread through them. It starkly reminds them that your love is not something guaranteed or immune to change. For so long, they may have taken your affection for granted, assuming it would be a permanent fixture in their life regardless of circumstances. But now, as you step back and embrace your own journey, they are forced to confront a painful truth: their approach to the relationship has been profoundly immature. They realize that they did not tend to the connection with the care, attention, and commitment it truly deserved. This newfound self-awareness is a bitter pill to swallow. For the first time, they see the damage wrought by their neglectful actions and unintentional distancing. No longer can they dismiss their mistakes or shift blame onto outside forces. The clarity that now illuminates their past missteps is both humbling and excruciating, sparking a deep internal transformation. In this crucible of regret and realization, they find themselves yearning desperately for any sign from you, a sign that perhaps not all hope is lost. They cling to the hope that you might still care enough to reach out, to offer a glimmer of reconciliation amidst the ruins of what once was. The thought that you have not completely shut the door on the possibility of rebuilding your bond is the one thing that keeps them awake at night. Every small indication, every fleeting moment of warmth from you, becomes a beacon of hope in their troubled heart. Yet, despite this longing for reconnection, you have embarked on a different path, a path that centers around nurturing your own inner life. Your journey has taken you to a place of profound self-discovery and empowerment. In this space, you immerse yourself in the pursuits that bring you joy, whether those are personal milestones, professional achievements, or the everyday pleasures that life offers. Your focus is now on building a life where you find fulfillment and meaning from within, rather than relying on someone else's presence to define your happiness. This shift has not escaped the notice of the one who regrets pushing you away. In fact, your newfound independence serves as both an inspiration and a stark reminder of what they have lost. It speaks loudly of the fact that your happiness and self-worth are self-sustained, and that you are capable of thriving without needing constant validation from another. Your ability to embrace solitude and cultivate self-sufficiency shines as a powerful contrast to their ongoing internal struggles. They are both awed and deeply intimidated by your capacity to find beauty and fulfillment in your own company. While on one hand, they admire your strength, on the other, they are painfully aware of their own inadequacies. This realization forces them to confront the undeniable truth: if they truly wish to be a part of your life again, they must change. They must rise to the challenge of offering you the unwavering stability, love, and commitment that you have always deserved, yet have been sorely missing. This is a daunting revelation, one that demands a profound transformation, not only for the sake of your relationship but for their own personal growth as well. As you continue to flourish in your self-defined space, reveling in the autonomy and empowerment that comes from prioritizing your own well-being, the dynamic between you begins to shift irrevocably. Your journey of self-love and independence does not mean that you have completely severed the connection between you. Rather, it underscores an essential truth: love is something to be cherished, nurtured, and earned. The relationship is no longer a given, an entitlement, but a delicate treasure that must be carefully maintained. This new understanding leaves your partner with a burning desire to reclaim the lost intimacy, to prove that they are capable of growing beyond their past mistakes and becoming the partner you so richly deserve. For them, this period of reflection is not merely an interlude of regret, it is a transformative phase of self-discovery and reckoning. Every moment of solitude, every instance of introspection, brings them closer to understanding the full extent of their missteps. They see now that their previous behavior was not just a series of isolated incidents but part of a broader pattern of neglect and emotional immaturity. With this new clarity, they are no longer able to rationalize their past actions or blame external circumstances for their shortcomings. Instead, they are forced to face the uncomfortable truth about who they were and who they must become if there is ever to be a future together. This journey is as much about individual growth as it is about the fate of your connection. While they wrestle with the intensity of their remorse and the burden of self-doubt, you continue to carve out a space of independence and self-assurance in your own life. Every day, you discover little victories that affirm your strength, the quiet moments of peace, the burst of creativity in your work, the genuine smiles that light up your face when you recall your own achievements. These experiences are not just personal triumphs, they are a powerful declaration that your happiness is your own to nurture. In watching you embrace this empowered life, your partner is struck by a mixture of admiration and a deep-seated fear. On one hand, they are inspired by your ability to thrive on your own, to find beauty in solitude and strength in independence. On the other hand, it painfully exposes the cracks in their own self-image, highlighting the vast gulf between what you have become and what they once were. The contrast is stark and unsettling. While you radiate confidence and self-worth, they are left grappling with feelings of inadequacy and a persistent anxiety that threatens to engulf them. The distance you have created, though unintentional, forces them to confront the unsettling truth about their own vulnerabilities. This inner turmoil is complex and multifaceted. It manifests in moments when, in your presence, they feel diminished, when the light in their world seems to flicker and fade in comparison to the radiant independence you now exude. These feelings are not born out of jealousy in its simplest form, rather, they stem from a profound fear of being overshadowed, of losing the irreplaceable bond that once united you. In an effort to mask this vulnerability, they sometimes adopt a facade of arrogance, a defensive posture designed to hide the soft underbelly of insecurity that lies within. However, deep down, they understand that this pretense only distances you further, exacerbating the very divide they so desperately wish to bridge. In quiet moments of self-reflection, they find themselves marveling at your ability to mirror their innermost emotions, often exposing parts of themselves they had long kept hidden. You have this uncanny ability to reflect back not only your strengths but also your weaknesses, forcing them to confront painful truths about who they are. These revelations, though raw and unsettling, have become catalysts for growth. They challenge your partner to delve deeper into self-examination, to face fears and insecurities that had been neatly tucked away. Every moment of discomfort is, paradoxically, a moment of transformation, a chance to peel back the layers of pretense and rebuild a more genuine, confident self. What makes this entire experience even more intricate is the profound and almost obsessive connection they feel with you. Your presence in their life has become akin to a lifeline, an essential source of solace, understanding, and validation. Being near you is like being seen for the first time in a way that no one else ever managed to accomplish. This deep connection is a double-edged sword. On one side, it offers a sense of unparalleled understanding and belonging, while on the other, it cultivates a dependency that leaves them feeling alarmingly vulnerable. Their sense of self, it seems, has become inextricably linked to how you perceive and respond to them, a realization that fills them with both hope and dread. They have begun to see that their approach to love, to partnership, must evolve. No longer can they allow themselves to lean on you for every ounce of validation or emotional sustenance. The path forward requires cultivating an inner reservoir of strength, one that can sustain them independently, just as you have. This is not to diminish the beauty of your connection but to redefine it as something that can flourish when both partners are whole on their own. The realization that true intimacy is built on mutual empowerment rather than dependency is a lesson that they are only now beginning to fully appreciate. As your partner embarks on this arduous journey of personal growth, they remain acutely aware of the role you play in their life. In your eyes, you embody a rare combination of strength and vulnerability, a paradox that is as inspiring as it is humbling. They see you as someone who not only possesses the inner fortitude to stand independently but also the grace to allow others to lean on you without fear of being diminished. This balance of independence and openness is something they deeply admire, even as it underscores their own need to evolve. In a series of reflective moments, they recall every instance where you provided solace, every time your smile and kind words lit up even their darkest hours. They recognize that your love is not something to be taken lightly or expected unconditionally. It is a precious gift, one that must be cherished, nurtured, and earned through genuine acts of care and commitment. The realization that you are capable of thriving in solitude only reinforces the truth that your love, much like the rest of who you are, is irreplaceable and deserving of nothing less than complete dedication. Even as you continue to build a life defined by your own achievements, you occasionally allow moments of intimacy to seep through, a lingering smile, a soft glance, or a rare moment when you let your guard down. Each of these fleeting interactions is a silent promise, a reminder that beneath the layers of independence lies a connection that still holds the potential for warmth and reconciliation. For your partner, these moments are both bittersweet and profoundly motivating. They are a call to action, a reminder that if they wish to reclaim the love they once took for granted, they must transform not just their actions but the very core of their being. They are learning, painfully and slowly, that the journey to becoming a partner worthy of your love is not a simple matter of grand gestures or declarations. It is a gradual, painstaking process of introspection, self-improvement, and genuine change. It requires acknowledging every shortcoming and working tirelessly to transform those vulnerabilities into strengths. This period of reckoning is as much about forging a new path for themselves as it is about salvaging what remains of the bond you once shared. They know that unless they evolve and learn to love themselves with the same fervor that you love and respect your independence, the cycle of regret and longing will only continue. In the midst of all this emotional upheaval, there is also a deep, almost instinctual desire to protect you. They view you as a rare and radiant light, a beacon of stability and grace that brightens even the darkest days. In their eyes, you are a masterpiece of strength and delicacy, a living paradox that commands both respect and adoration. It is this very quality that fuels their determination to become the guardian you need, a protector who stands unwaveringly by your side, shielding you from any harm, both physical and emotional. Their wish is to embody the role of your emperor, not in a domineering way, but as a steadfast pillar of support, strength, and love. This protective instinct is not born of control or insecurity. Rather, it is an expression of deep admiration and a profound sense of responsibility. They see your unique blend of resilience and vulnerability as a call to action, a challenge to be the partner who can provide not just fleeting affection, but a secure, enduring foundation on which you can build a future. They yearn to offer you a love that is both fierce and tender, a love that reassures you in moments of doubt and celebrates your every success. Throughout this journey, they are constantly reminded that true love is not about dependency, but about two individuals growing alongside one another. They are beginning to understand that the beauty of your connection lies not in the idea that one person can complete the other, but in the shared strength that emerges when two whole individuals come together. This realization fills them with both hope and trepidation, a hope that change is possible, and a fear that their past mistakes might forever keep you apart. In the quiet moments when you are apart, there is an undeniable shift in your presence. You transform, almost imperceptibly at first, into someone even more confident, radiant, and self-assured. The time you dedicate to yourself seems to breathe new life into your soul, unveiling layers of beauty and strength that had always been there, hidden beneath the surface. To your partner, this transformation is both inspiring and painful, a constant reminder of what they have lost and what they must strive to reclaim. As you continue to grow, your partner is caught in a paradox of admiration and self-doubt. They see in you the epitome of the person they wish to be, and yet, in your light, their own insecurities are laid bare. The moments when you shine, when your independence and inner strength are most apparent, cast long shadows over their own self-worth. They find themselves oscillating between awe and despair, between the desire to emulate your strength and the fear that they will never measure up. In these moments, the internal struggle becomes almost unbearable, an emotional tug-of-war between the love they feel for you and the fear that they will forever be the one left behind. And yet, despite this tumultuous inner conflict, there remains a deep-seated, unyielding love, a love that is as constant as it is profound. This love is not the product of superficial attraction or fleeting passion, it is a deep, enduring force that has withstood the tests of time, regret, and personal transformation. It is a love that recognizes the inherent worth of both individuals, a love that understands that true connection is built on mutual respect, personal growth, and the willingness to face one's own shortcomings head-on. As your partner continues to navigate this challenging journey, they find themselves compelled to confront the very essence of who they are. They realize that the road ahead is not merely about winning back your love or proving their worth, it is about rediscovering themselves. It is about finding a balance between vulnerability and strength, between dependence and independence. In the end, the hope is not just to rebuild what was lost but to forge a new, more authentic bond that celebrates the individuality of both partners. In this process of transformation, every step, every moment of self-realization becomes a testament to the power of love and the courage it takes to change. Whether your paths ultimately converge once more or diverge into separate journeys of self-discovery, this chapter in your lives stands as a powerful reminder of the importance of self-worth, growth, and the relentless pursuit of a love that is both deep and genuine. Your story is one of passion, regret, and eventual rebirth, a narrative where the lessons learned in solitude pave the way for a future built on mutual empowerment, resilience, and unwavering commitment. In the end, as you both continue on your respective paths, yours filled with the quiet, steady glow of self-empowerment, and theirs marked by the determined, sometimes painful, pursuit of redemption, the hope remains that the lessons of the past will transform into the foundation for a love that is more robust, more thoughtful, and more enduring than ever before. Your connection, though tested and scarred, holds the promise of a future where both partners are no longer defined by their insecurities or past mistakes, but by the strength they have cultivated within themselves. Ultimately, this journey is not just about reclaiming what once was. It is about understanding that love is a shared evolution, a dynamic process where each heart learns to beat a little stronger, a little wiser, and with a greater capacity for compassion. Your partner's overwhelming regret, their moments of self-doubt, and their desperate hope for reconciliation are all part of a broader tapestry of personal growth, a transformation that, if embraced fully, can lead to a relationship that is not only renewed but redefined in ways that honor both your individual strengths and the unique bond you share.